It's Thursday night.
Thursday night, you know what that means.
It's 6 o'clock. You're watching Trenny and C.
Or 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Right, or it could be 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, so should we just straight up bring out the bottle?
Let's just get right to it.
Okay. Today, we are reviewing the GlenDronach Peated whiskey.
You may have seen the unboxing we did.
Mm-hmm.
We unboxed this, probably a couple weeks ago. And now we're actually going to drink it and tell you all the deets, all the dirty deets.
The dirty deets, done dirt cheap.
How cheap was it?
Do you know what? One thing about GlenDronach is it's reasonably priced and it's a great product.
What was the price?
I think it's about $78.
Oh,
I mean, in BC, that's not very much.
That's pretty reasonable here, yeah.
Trenny and C, drinking whiskey, describing all the flavors for you and me. Irish, Scotch, bourbon, and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Couple things about this guy. Should I pour?
Well, you pour.
Okay.
And I'll give some details.
Go for it.
So, some detail, I guess some history. We should talk about the history.
Sure.
Founded in 1826. Anybody that reads the bottle could know that fact. That's pretty cool.
Or the back of the box. There's a ton of info on there.
It's a Highland single malt, the GlenDronach.
Yep.
It was named after the very water source that provides the delicious water that goes into this spirit here.
Yep.
What else do we know about this thing?
Well, Charles Grant took it over for about 40 years, and he was the guy that was related to the Glenfiddich distillery. And from there, it was bought out by teachers in 1960 and was primarily used as a single malt put into their blends.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so I think a lot of really good single malts are a little bit under the radar because they're put into blends originally. Because blended whiskey, Scotch, is still one of the, most drinking Scotch in the world.
90% of it, as we understand.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of drinking,
we should probably get to it.
We should maybe at least get smelling.
Yeah.
So this particular bottle, while we smell it.
Yeah, this one is non-chill filtered.
That's what I was going to say.
What else is it?
It's also natural color.
And it's 46%. Check, check, check.
And.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so check. No check. No age statement.
Yeah, there's nothing on the bottle or the box saying there's an age statement on this guy. But there is some good quality in the bottle. GlenDronach is a quality product in general. It's a nice whiskey.
I've said it before. I'm a fan. I'm a GlenDronach fan.
I'm a fan.
This one was also matured in both bourbon and sherry casks.
Right.
Couple of different kinds of sherry casks and also ex-bourbons.
Yeah, and the GlenDronach is usually like you know how there's peat bombs from Islay? This is the sherry bomb from the Highlands. So
that's right.
It's nice to have now a little mixture of the peated in there.
Yeah.
And it used to be a peated whiskey years and years and years ago, and they kind of brought back that old style with a lightly peated whiskey. Yeah. Let's get to it. Color, nose, taste, finish, and viscosity. Here we go.
Elegant, golden, copper.
I like it. I said pale bronze.
I said yellow. Anyway.
Okay, let's smell it. Let's get to it.
It's got a freshness to it, right?
It is. Yeah, it does.
And it's sweet right from the beginning, I find.
It's like ripe or something. It's like a ripe red fruit to it. There is that sherry that is classic in the GlenDronach. It's there, especially when you compare it to other peated whiskeys. But so that sherry is up front. The peat, it's not necessarily the biggest thing that you get on the nose.
No.
It's just kind of throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is a bit malty and grainy when you smell it.
It is. There is some delicious maltiness to it. It's got that sweet and salty kind of thing going on.
Some fruit notes. I think you mentioned that. I feel like it's there's a bit of pear maybe going on there, and a little bit. It's almost even. I'm just getting kind of like almost cinnamony.
It's one thing I get with a lot of the Highland style single malts is there are herbal notes in there, like sage and just kind of some herbal things going on, and this definitely has that, kind of like what Glengarry has as well. But it is sweet. There is a sweetness throughout it.
Well, should we just taste it?
Okay, let's taste it. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Same as the nose.
That's
sweet
good.
up front.
Sweet up front.
Sweet up front on the taste.
It's a little hot, but that's only I noticed the first initial taste, and then I think as your tongue gets used to it, it fades out a little bit.
It's also kind of like goes along with that sweet note. It's a bit fruit forward, I find. I'm getting I'm getting a bit of a fruit blast up at the front.
I do get a little bit of this floral kind of like a scented soap kind of taste to it, and I know tasting soap is not something that is a good thing.
Some of us have done that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you were punished in your childhood by having to eat soap for saying a bad word. I don't know. Anyways, it's got a bit of that scented soap thing going on.
Yeah, a little spiciness, a little bit of honey,
a little sweet raisin, that candied. It's not even smoke necessarily that the peat brings out, but it is like this kind of sweet peat heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can also taste the sherry profile again. You smell it and then you taste it too. So
it's good. It's all around so far. It's quite a nice whiskey. Want to move on to
yeah.
finish?
So and this is the interesting part for me because they highlight the term peated. This is peated.
Yeah.
Right? The GlenDronach Peated. Well, I don't really taste the peat until the finish.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think either of our tasting notes mentioned peat.
Yeah, not too much. I mean, it's like I kind of said in the beginning, it's like this ribbon ripple throughout the whole thing without it being the dominant flavor.
Yeah.
It's there in the nose, taste, finish, everything, but probably you're right. More dominant.
For me, it arrives at the finish.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, if you just take a sip and you let it linger, if you let it linger there for a minute, it starts to actually gradually increase as you let it linger. And then it kind of transitions to the oakiness.
One thing that I get is on the finish, it reminds me of like a herbal tea from Chinatown, like a dryingness of like a herbal tea with a dollop of honey in there, and that's kind of how it ends out. It does have that peat, like you're saying, but it's not drying in a bad way, like your mouth goes, but it just kind of has that tea.
You just
thing.
kind of made me think of hot toddies. This could be a hot
Ooh,
toddy.
that'd be good. That would, if you guys have a sore throat, make a hot toddy.
I've never had a peated hot toddy.
I don't think I have either.
We should
That'd be good.
peat up a hot toddy.
We should make one of those.
That's
sometime.
actually an episode. That's a cocktail recipe right there, hot toddies.
One thing I find with GlenDronach in general, and I think it's because of that big sherry blast that you get in there, is it would go really well with like a grape shisha, and shisha is like that Turkish tobacco that you smoke. No drugs in it.
Is that illegal?
It's legal, and there's no drugs. It's just the tobacco, but you smoke it out of a big kind of bong type thing,
Sure
which may be illegal. I don't know. Not in BC.
Maybe where you're from.
Yeah.
Viscosity.
It's kind of like a barley sugar oil, I find.
Sugar oil.
Yeah.
That's a good sales pitch there. It's got, beyond that, I put buttery creamy.
Ooh, buttery creamy.
Buttery creamy, but barley sugar oil is good. And it does have a slight stickiness to it, but for the most part, solid.
Again, because it's non-chill filtered, you get some of the oils come out a little bit more because nothing's been stripped out of it.
It's only... there's some floaties in there.
It's been bottled at a higher strength, so that's also nice. The flavor is big.
Yeah.
There's nothing watered down tasting about this one. It's kind of dense in your mouth, which I like. So let's score this guy up, I guess.
Let's do it. So, tell the people.
I gave it a 26.808. You gave it a 27.25, which in grand total is 26.66 out of 33.33.
It's a nice score for the price.
Yeah, great score.
Let's.
Again, the price on these guys aren't crazy expensive for a non-chill filtered natural color. And a lot of the other ones, like you can get a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old for pretty reasonable prices too.
Yeah. All right, grab that scoreboard.
Okay, let's do this.
Fumble our way through it.
Okay.
All right. So, GlenDronach Peated is
26.66. Let's do this guy. Pull it hard.
Let's do this guy?
Or, put it in.
What? Okay.
There we go. Our board's filling up quite nicely here. This is pretty good. It comes in third.
Yeah.
That's great. And it surpassed Russell's Reserve and Ben Romick cask strength. What?
So I guess that the Lafroig Quarter Cask is right now the peated king.
Yeah, that's the Peat King.
So you've been watching Trenny and C, and hopefully you subscribed. If you didn't, now's a good chance to do that.
Yep.
We also sell overpriced, unpopular t-shirts.
Super unpopular.
Yeah.
Let's make them huge. Anyway, check us out, trennyandc.com. Subscribe down there.
Every Thursday, new review. Saturdays are like other random whiskey videos.
Yeah, random bullshit things. They're great though.
Saturdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
See you then. Wait, we have to cheers.